Hi you guys, I'm Moonlight Mason and I am stepping away from the camera this video because I just thought I'd try something different. Most of my videos you're really up close. At any rate, in this video I'm going to give my thoughts on Shane Dawson's last, I don't know, I hope it's not the last video, but on his third video on this Tanacon horrific fiasco that happened. So anyways, if you, wait, I just want to say that when I checked last night, like I lose 1 or 2 subscribers and I gain a couple, but I think when I last checked, I needed like 5 more subscribers to go for 500, and I'm still so happy that I'm almost at 500 by the end of July. Today is July 3rd, I believe, and I'm not looking forward to tomorrow, but that's another story. But anyways, thank you to each one of you who have subscribed. You have no idea what this means to me. And like I said, if you like my content and you want to see something more or something different, you want me to talk about a certain subject, just leave it down in the comments below. I love each and every one of you, even if you just watch me and you're not subscribed. But I do have a goal for December. I want 1,000 subscribers. So I just want to say thank you. And let's get into this video. May be all over the place, but I did take some notes. Now, the first thing I noticed is when I looked at the video, I noticed that it was 41 minutes. And as soon as I saw that, I was instantly, without even clicking on it, I was disappointed because I really wanted it to be long because I just wanted more. You know, I'm sure a lot of us want more. And so then I thought, okay, well, I'm not sure what this means. And I clicked on it. I will be looking down here on my notes. In watching the video when it first started, the second disappointment for me was simply that the last and third video didn't have the same conspiracy, you know, like vibe as number 1 and number 2. You know, his third video was like a different vibe, and I don't know why or what happened. It may have been that he got frustrated with the whole thing, or he felt like, you know, he wanted to focus more on going forward and how Michael, Tana, and himself can make this whole situation right instead of going through rehashing everything. I thought a lot of the questions that were brought up in video number 1 and video number 2 would be addressed and answered for us. And unfortunately, most of the third video was a lot of time spent on Tana crying on Shane, a lot of time spent on Tana yelling and pointing her finger at Michael and not allowing him to talk. So it ended up that it was kind of like more on Tana's side, unfortunately. And I've read all of the comments, and you guys are wonderful. You're very smart. I'm very proud of how you guys are thinking on this, because I see very little hate, and a lot of people are just very concerned about some legitimate, you know, legitimate issues. And unfortunately, I don't think that this third video answered many of them. What I did get from the third video is that Shane was very clear to Tana, and I'm not sure she gets it. I really don't think she seriously gets it. It's not her fault. I know that Peter Mon said that, you know, there's a lot of 19, 27, 25-year-olds that started Woodstock and all of these great festivals, and that's true. But your chronological age never correlates with emotional intelligence and mental intelligence. And that's, you know, you can have a 5-year-old, you know, playing an instrument like he's been practicing forever, right? Or you can have like a 5-year-old who is mentally impaired. And many of us walking around in society are very high functioning, so we don't seem as we're mentally impaired, but a lot of us have emotional impairment. And even though Tana is 20 years old, this is so funny, but this is going to be part of something that I was going to say about Trisha and Jason. And I don't really want to bring them into this video because I do want to do a separate video. But I just want to bring, I just want to say that Tana's emotional growth, her emotional intelligence is like the 6th grade. She's a real, like, you can't really blame her. And I don't want to say it's because she's 19, because you can be a genius at 19 years old and you can accomplish many things, or you can be on many different levels emotionally or mentally impaired. So it's very difficult to compare to two 19-year-olds. Like Peter Mon was saying that he's tired of Tana using the excuse that she's 19 years old, which is interesting because I was going to say this is why this happened, is because she's 19 years old. Meaning just that everyone, when you're 20 years old or however old you are, the number really doesn't mean anything. It implies that a certain maturity should be there or a certain emotional intelligence should be there. But you did not live that person's life. A lot of people weren't given those opportunities in their environment and in their childhood, and they never rose up from that. Especially, this is getting into a whole another video, I'm getting back, but especially if they did not. If you are someone that grew up in a certain environment that was negative or dysfunctional, and you stayed in that neighborhood, just say neighborhood or that environment, and you didn't get out and go to college, and you didn't get out and go to people who are operating at higher levels of intelligence, of common sense, okay, then you're going to stay there because you do not have anything as a role model. You're not reading books. You're not reading self-help books. You're not going to self-help seminars. You're not going to counseling. You're going to stay the same. So I don't know where all that came from, but I just had to put that in there. When Shane said that from the get-go, and I think this is key for all of us, right? I feel so like I want to go like right here, and I want to talk to you guys like right here. I don't know why, because I know that this is really close, but I don't know why this is like where I feel comfortable, because this is how I've been doing it. But okay, I'll try to get here, all right? Okay, so what was I just talking about? Oh, Shane Dawson, when he was telling Tana that none of this, as far as her convention, would have worked because, and I've talked about this in many videos, okay? Many videos. Your intention, your final goal. If you don't know where you're going, how are you going to get there? I've talked about this many times. So her primary intention was FU VidCom. And for Shane to say that he didn't know that, I don't know, you guys, because that was so well known by everyone. And, you know, even at VidCom, when a lot of the video footage shows children giving the finger and going, F you, VidCom, you know, fuck you, you know, and all this stuff, you know, and I'm not monetized, so I guess I can say whatever I want. But anyways, you know what? That is revenge. That is coming from the dark side. So it was coming from fear. I'll show you, I'll do a convention right next to you. All of that is negativity. And Shane was trying to say, no matter what, this wouldn't have worked because of the intention. And that is really, really spiritually and emotionally intelligent right there, because that is so true. Not only that, if her intention of FU VidCom was also the intention of Michael's intention for the whole, you know, for the whole convention, if that was the intention of everyone who got hired, it was, Shane's correct. That is why, one reason why none of this would have ever gone right because it wasn't made out of love. Tana wasn't, her first priority wasn't thinking about her fans and that they were coming from far away. Her first priority was F you vidcom. I mean, that was the thread that held throughout this whole thing. I am just saying this because that's a big learning tool, learning skill for your life right now. If you're going into your life complaining about what doesn't work and F you, and you have all this darkness, that's what you're going to get back. Okay, but that's a different video. Let's get back to here. All right. Okay. The whole video, okay, in my opinion, okay, the whole video, the third video that Shane created really tanked at the point where Michael comes in and Shane asked a question, right? And the question was that Michael had said that Tana didn't invest any money into this. And Tana deflected the answer. She never answered. But not only that, you notice how, okay, look, you guys. It's like somebody calling me something, whatever you want to call me. I don't know. Like if someone said, you know, in a bad way, trying to, you know, like hate on me or something, and they call me something that I am not, I'm not going to get upset, right? The only reason when someone calls you something that you're not and you get upset is because perhaps there's a little bit of truth in there and it pushed one of your buttons. But Tana just went off and just started saying, she never allowed Michael to speak. You this and you that. And when Tana said, a lot of your people since January came to me, Michael, and told me and warned me not to work with you. That alone implied, it really was an implication that Tana, you worked with Michael January 2018. You were in one of these conventions for another creator. You were a featured creator at another in January 2018 in Chicago. That has never been brought up. So for Tana to say, your people came to me, well, no, you had personal experience with him. You've worked with him. See, that's why when Michael says, Tana, you know, I love you, some people are thinking, why is he saying that? Like, you know, how long have they known each other? How long have they had a relationship with each other? Think about that. So Tana wasn't being truthful when she was just pointing her finger and saying all that stuff, and even came up and said about Michael's parents. And she did say, if you listen very carefully, she did say that Michael scammed his parents, but then Michael corrected her and then she turned it into something else. It's there, and I caught that as well. Okay, here's where Michael isn't being honest, and I might have more on the back here. Michael said he's suing the Marriott because they lied to him about the capacity of the room. Okay, you cannot, okay, I watched court TV shows a lot. How are you going to sue the Marriott when you have a contract?
Like Judge Judy.
The four corners of the contract is the legal. If this is the legal thing, this is the legal contract, and the contract stated between Michael Weist and the Marriott that the capacity was 1,100. It states that. And Michael says, yeah, but they told me 5,000. That'll never hold in court. And Michael knows that. I'm pretty sure he knows that. So for Michael to says that he's suing the Marriott for lying to him, there's no way he would even be represented by an attorney, because on the four corners of the contract that he signed, it said 1,100 capacity. It said that, and he signed it. Okay, that brings me to the security guards. You know, I've been watching a lot of videos, and yet there's things that I pick up that other people haven't said. Do you know that the security guards were smoking weed? Do you know that I saw a video last night where the security guards were calling all of the fans stupid because they weren't listening? The security guards, I do not believe were professional security guards. I know someone mentioned that. Someone did mention that on another video, that they were just people who put like these shirts on or something. They weren't professional security guards. And that Michael may have a legit litigation against. If he did sign, which I believe Shane did bring that up at the end, that there were supposed to be a certain amount of security guards, and that wouldn't even cover 5,000 people. The amount that were there was not even sufficient. Even though Shane's third video seemed to be more on Tana's side, I think everyone should realize, because everyone is saying, why would Tana do this with this company? And at the end of the day, Michael signed his life away to Veeps, the company that was selling the tickets. He signed it. That was the last evidence that Shane presented on the third video, saying that, you know, if everything was going to go to pot, nothing was going to work out, or everything, that Good Times would be responsible. So it's Tanacon. So Tana's saying it's my responsibility, it's her name, and Tana hired Good Times, and I guess Good Times subcontracted the Marriott and the security and everything else, and who knows what happened with the water and the food and all that stuff, and the goodie bag. They just didn't have enough time to create the goodie bag, and that is understandable. Michael didn't know enough to say, we can't do this. This is out of my league. It's gotten out of control. I think because he just saw money, 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 money. And, but unfortunately, when Michael is saying that he is going to have to declare bankruptcy, or that he's going to lose this and that, of course, I believe him, because he's the one who signed. Only him signed the contract that if anything was to go wrong with Veeps and all those ticket sales, he is going to have to come up with $325,000 to refund. This is the other thing I want to say about refunds. A lot of fans are talking about, oh, I want to be refunded for my you know, hotel expenses, my flight, you know, me losing from work, or whatever the case may be. That's impossible. That is impossible. It might even be impossible to get each and every one of you refunded your ticket, unless, how are you going to do that? How are they going to do that unless they go through Veeps and they have your credit card number, I would think, because everyone did it on a credit card. That's how things are done. So that ticket would be just refunded. That part should be easy. There's no way in the world that they can refund all of these people on flights and hotel. That's impossible, because you would have to not only have your receipts. The only way that anyone would get a refund on that would be to file a class action lawsuit, or to file just a lawsuit against Good Times. And that's not going to happen, because Good Times is bankrupt and they have no money after this. Supposedly, they have no money. So where are you going to get the money? I don't know. Shane ended the video by saying that him and Tana and Michael, the three of them, are trying to come up with some kind of resolution to all this, meaning having those refunds for you guys. I apologize that you went through such chaos, and this was really a horrible situation, and I hope that in the near future we've got some kind of a great resolution to many of you getting a refund. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.